Hello guys, my name is Doke and here is the deal. I was barely active on my YouTube channel in the past few months, and in this video I would like to explain you why I'm thinking about quitting my YouTube journey after 9 years and 650 videos. I'm gonna start with skepticism that I noticed recently in the art community, and then I'm gonna move on to my specific problems. 5 months ago, my good friend Smo released a video in which he explained that he's done with being a YouTuber because it pushes him to things he does not desire. 1 month ago, another friend of mine, Alpi, released a video with a title, "The End of Art. YouTube hates artists and creators." Getting hot in here. One of the major problems that Alpi mentioned in his video is the decline of views on the artistic content. And I do need to admit that I noticed this trend among a lot of fellow artists, including me. There might be a lot of reasons behind this, such as the end of pandemic, the rise of short-form platforms such as TikTok, but this affects everyone and not just artists. Besides, there are still creators, artistic creators on this platform who are able to get amazing views. The problem I see is what you need to do in order to get solid views. And by solid views, I mean that you are able to make a living out of YouTube. First of all, you need to be pretty active and release videos frequently, but not just that. You also need to make them interesting. A beautiful, amazing painting alone might work on Instagram, but on YouTube, title and the thumbnail are the boss. Simply put, you can't just paint. You need to use some extraordinary or expensive art supply. You need to do some crazy challenge, or in the better case, you need to share some very valuable artistic information with your audience. You need to fight for the attention of audience on YouTube. That's a fact. And frankly, it has always been this way. I recorded 650 YouTube videos, and I can tell you that it can get pretty exhausting, but this is the game. YouTube is a media, and in media, you always have a fight for the attention. On the other hand, I feel like this is getting harder and harder. Back in the days, you did a one-line art challenge and boom! Now, I have a feeling like we have done all the challenges, and some of them in such an extreme way that it's super hard to create something amazing. And once again, I need to repeat that this is so exhausting for artists because before they think about their art, they need to think about the way to sell it to YouTube. For sure, you don't need to do this, but then forget about making a living out of YouTube. In that case, you need a different stream of income such as Patreon, aka don't chase 1 million views, instead seek 1,000 superfans. So from my point of view, this is the YouTube reality we are living in. And right now, let me tell you about my struggles I had in the last year, the struggles that made me think that maybe I don't want to play this game anymore, that maybe it's not worth it. You mainly know me as a graffiti artist or muralist, and back in the days, the way YouTube works actually played in my favor. I was not some extraordinary artist, but I was able to tell my story and I found people who enjoyed watching it. You, I guess. Another major factor that worked in my favor in the beginning is the kind of art I do, graffiti slash street art. You know, the advantage is that in comparison with, I don't know, traditional oil painting, I worked in the streets. And there are interesting things happening in the streets pretty often. Police, weird people creeping around you, people telling you they hate your art, people telling you they love your art. Interesting things. Then I also started to customize stuff. Clothes, iPhones, cars. Interesting. Back then. Also, I used to paint a pretty simple stuff. I've done most of my pieces in one day without any super serious preparation, which was great for a lot of content. And then in 2019, I set a goal for myself that I want to become a pro artist, because before that, I was not able to paint basically anything except graffiti letters. I wanted to change that. I wanted to be able to paint whatever comes to my mind. And so I started to challenge myself. I started the I Try series, in which I tried to paint all kinds of different effects. And you loved it. I was doing I Try series for 2 years and I learned a lot. But after these 2 years, I was like, who am I? What do I paint? Effects? Is that who I am? Who I'm gonna be? I didn't really like that idea. But thanks to my videos at that time, I started to get opportunities, special projects, commissions, and I shifted my focus on these projects because they were really interesting to me and you enjoyed them as well. And when I didn't have some special project, I tried all kinds of weird tools, which brings us basically to the present day, with the only difference that now I barely record anything. So let me tell you about the problems. Yeah, problems. First of all, places to paint. I used to paint most of my projects on legal walls in my city, but today most of them are gone. But to be honest, I didn't enjoy painting on legal walls anymore. Painting one spot 50 times. I would really enjoy painting in abandoned places, but these places are pretty hard to find and it's kind of illegal to do that. Second problem is time. When there is some special project or some commission which won't be repainted after 1 week, it's awesome. But usually it requires more complex projects and these more complex projects take more time. For example, painting of a mural usually takes from 3 to 5 days, painting only. If I also count the preparation, that takes from 2 days up to 5 days. If you need to communicate with the client, then you need to buy all the colors, then you need to pack all the colors, then you need to drive to the spot, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture. And this is a problem because then I'm not able to produce enough videos and it's also against my ultimate goal, which is finding my style and improving my art. Yes, I get to paint for 5 days straight, but this is not really improving. I've already done the design, I just need to paint it on a wall. And the third problem is that I'm tired. I'm tired of making these videos clickable and special. I'm tired of all these obstacles in my way between me and painting. Sometimes I just want to paint. I knew that I can't keep going this way. That's why I tried to create a concept that would be easier to record and also offered me an opportunity to practice. That's why I started the digital series, which was really good for practice, but in terms of views, in terms of feedback from you, it's been a disaster. And now I have to admit that going from painting on a street to painting on an iPad was pretty ambitious idea, I would say. I tried to save the series with my video editor with super powerful editing and with jokes, but eventually the digital series turned into even more work than painting outside. So all of these thoughts were in my head, plus AI art, plus the rise of TikTok, then the ban of TikTok, also the bad direction in which Instagram is going. It's been winter, so there were basically no special projects except prog and coffee. I worked on a couple of others for weeks, but they failed. So I had no more videos. So I was like, I guess fuck it. I abandoned YouTube and I decided to try some short form content on Instagram. These canvases. And guess what? It felt amazing. It felt amazing because suddenly I was like, huh, I can paint a cool piece in one day. Because there is no script writing, there is no sophisticated video to record, I have time to practice and even people like it. You know, I got to a point when I felt really anxious before recording of a YouTube video because suddenly I saw this complex process that is ahead of me that will take a lot of time with a very uncertain outcome. And on the other hand, painting of these canvases felt amazing. For the first time after 9 years, I didn't have this need in my head. Man, you need to record another YouTube video. For the first time. And it felt great. It worked wonders for my mind and for my art as well. I started to study. I've done studies. I practiced. It felt amazing. It still does. So naturally, I started to think like, man, do I want to come back to YouTube? Do I want to do this? So do I? Do I want to continue? I do. I love YouTube. There is no other platform that offers you such a relationship with your audience as YouTube. But some things will need to change. First of all, I love painting murals, but I cannot paint them every single week. Second, I can't have a set schedule. It doesn't work. Art sometimes requires more time. And third, you're gonna see me paint more canvases because this is the medium I like the most right now, and I think that this is the medium that offers me the biggest potential to growth. I feel super happy that after really countless days of thinking about this, I was finally able to form my thoughts into this video and let you know what's going on. I hope that you're gonna enjoy the future content and you're gonna follow my art story for a few more years. And I hope that these changes that I will try to implement will allow me to continue with my YouTube journey. Maybe, as Smo would say, I won't be a YouTuber anymore. I will be just an artist uploading videos to YouTube. But the final thought that I want to share with you is that currently I enjoy making art maybe like never before. And this makes me so happy. And it also makes me happy that you hopefully heard me out. If you made it this far in the video, you did. And yeah, if you have some thoughts about the things I just said, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, I don't know. I have come to a point where, you know, I just kept thinking and thinking and now you at least know what was I thinking about. So guys, I'll see you and thanks a lot.